Hello and welcome to the Tabletop Games blog unboxing video. Today we are going to look at Tapestry, Plans and Ploys by Stonemaier Games. It's a 1 to 5 player area control, resource management, card drafting, tableau builder type game, all sorts of mechanisms in here. It lasts about, well, 90 to 120 minutes. It's ages 12 above it says, but I reckon you can probably play it from 10 onwards. And complexity, well, it says 2.5 out of 5, but again, I think it's probably more of a 2 out of 5. So this copy was sent to me by Stonemaier Games. Thanks very much. A review copy, so I thought I'd do an unboxing as well. So keep an eye out for the review this Saturday of this expansion. So as I said, it is an expansion, so you will need Tapestry, the base game, to be able to play it. This game here isn't a game in itself. It's just literally adding more things to the Tapestry game. And yeah, I mean, I've been playing Tapestry for a while with my friends now, and we really enjoyed it. It's maybe not the most exciting game, but it is really enjoyable and does lots of little things that are quite interesting. So hopefully with this Plans and Ploys we get a few more things added to it to keep the excitement going, I guess. But we shall see. So for the moment, let's just have a look what comes in the box. So here it is, Tapestry. One thing actually I meant to say, the art is by Andrew Bosley, who has appeared on my podcast series Let Me Illustrate. There is a link to it in the description below or on my blog. You can find out more about him in his episode, and I think it's really interesting. He's basically answering sort of 17 questions, including his name and things, to give you a bit more idea of his art style and how he came into the board game hobby and things like that. So yeah, Andrew Bosley, and the sculpts are by Ron Brown, who hopefully one day I'll also get on the series, which would be really exciting to have him. So anyway, let's have a look. The box has a lovely sort of linen finish, very high quality, but this is what I think people have come to expect from Stonemaier Games. Logo there, and the Automa factory again has obviously helped with the Automa in the base game Tapestry, as well as obviously for the expansion here. So let's open it up and see what we can see. Oh yeah, well, here is Plans and Ploys, an expansion, components, initial setup changes, new Tapestry cards. So there's, as I say, there's additional things that happen, which is the landmark cards. So I don't know how they work, but that's one of the changes in this game. There'll be new Tapestry cards as well. I think it says 15 new Tapestry cards, 9 of which probably make sense, others are explained further here. Then some new space tiles, one of which actually is a replacement tile, because there was a misprint in the original printing of the base Tapestry game. So there is the replacement one here, so you can get rid of the misprint and replace it with the correct one. The new civilizations as well, so there's another 10 civilizations being added, another new tiebreaker, and then civilization adjustments. I think that was one of the big things people were saying. So the factions or the civilizations in the base game weren't quite balanced, and I think it's quite tough, you know, doing that unless you obviously spend years and years just playtesting the whole game. And there have since been made adjustments based on what people have reported the outcomes are of games of these civilizations, which I have tried, and there's a sort of review on my blog as well, which sort of explains how much difference that has made. But yeah, they're here if you need them. Otherwise there's a PDF which is updated probably more regularly. So there we go. And yeah, quality of this paper I think is probably just exactly like the original rulebook. So got a sort of, again, linen finish there, it feels like. Then the Automa and Shadow Empire rules. So again, obviously there's changes to that, and looks like we now got scenarios, which is interesting. Scenario 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So maybe now in this game you can play scenarios rather than just against the AI and the Shadow Empire, is it? And yeah, then we've got the puncher token. So as I said, this is the replacement that replaced the misprinted tile from the original game, and then these additional space tiles that again give you points, and it explains it here as well. And then there's tokens here that you can put on the game board, because people have been saying, oh, no one really knows whether someone's actually taken a building, or they keep forgetting to take a monument. as they go along the advancement tracks. Now I used to play it to put actually the buildings on the advancement track itself, or right next to it, so you would basically take the building off the board and then you can use the board which normally has them all on it as reference cards so people know what sort of footprint these buildings would have. So I probably won't be using these, I just put the building straight on the game board. Double-sided, good thickness, probably exactly like the original. I probably should have compared them, but anyway, out they come. Really straightforward, nothing difficult about this. There's good quality as you would expect, as I say, with Stonemaier Games. But yeah, print quality, it obviously will matter whether the backs are the same for these space tiles if you shuffle them in. Yeah, I should have done that. Then we have a cloth bag, which I think is for the terrain tile that you play. So rather than having stacks or 2 stacks of terrain tiles, I guess you can put them in here and then just draw from there, which is quite a nice idea. And then, well, I think, yeah, another insert. I hope it will house all the bits and pieces that you need, I don't know. A deck of cards, which I'll open in a minute. And then these look like additional civilizations, which have the odd coating again on one side, so smooth on the back and then a bit weird on the front. Now I think the original had the issue where the back is printed sort of that way around, so you have to flip it. But yeah, these flip now this way, which is good. Yeah, so I don't know, I find this finish a bit odd, a bit like sandpaper. But yeah, we've got new civilization, we've got the spies, the advisors, treasure hunters, infiltrators, recyclers, tinkerers, aliens, Ultrarians, islanders. Oh, do they have their own little island that they're building maybe? River folk, and then back to the spies. I'm just wondering what the aliens do. The aliens have settled on this planet. At the beginning of the income turn there's a space tile discarded. Okay, so maybe they're using the space tiles more, because I think that was not quite as much used as it could have been in the base game. And then, oh, there we go. These are the miniatures. I will show them close up very shortly. Let's look at the deck of cards first. Yeah, so card quality, it should be exactly the same as the base game, especially these new Tapestry cards. I hope the printing is the same and the thickness is the same. I'd have to do a one-to-one comparison, but it looks pretty close, because these will be shuffled in, so you don't necessarily want to know. I mean, even if you did know it was a new one, there's so many people won't know which one, but it can obviously give a clue as to what you've got and make decisions as well when you think about drawing them from the face down deck. Then we've got these landmark cards as well in the blue background, which is what we saw. And say the Tapestry cards, which I'll show in a minute, and then are these like Automa cards maybe? I'm not quite sure. So yeah, Tapestry cards. So we've got the Manifest Dynasty, World's Fair, Entertain the Masses, Infrastructure Boost, Status Quo, Surprise Party. Yeah, I think, is this like a trap card but does something else? Something like that. Oh no, Double Cross, that's it. I think it sort of can undo a trap card. Stone Plans, Surrender, Retreat, Architecture, Cartography, Engineering, Astronomy and Public Works. And if you want to sort them out between the different ones, there's a little PP in the bottom right corner, so you can separate them out if you want to keep them separate later on, maybe for selling the game on or something like that. And then look at these buildings. So again, same sort of quality as in the base game. I'm not sure what this plastic is. They're pre-painted, basic painting where there's nothing like washes or anything on there, but it's so detailed, the buildings themselves. It is really impressive, and they look really nice on the table as well. It's huge table presence. Of course, like people have said, and I agree with them, they don't actually, well, they obviously have a function covering up your capital city, but at the end of the day, some of them, I mean the square one is straightforward, but some of these angled ones, you're not quite sure how many are sort of cut out, and as you put them on the grid, they just sit there. They don't, you know, you don't really look at them in the game. You just pick one up, try and see what spaces it covers, find the best place for them, and then they just sit there. They're not, you know, you don't go, oh look, you got a, you know, university or something like that. But I mean, they are impressive, but function in the game is really just decoration. So that, I suppose, is a bit disappointing, but you know, it's one of those things. I think Stonemaier Games likes to create amazing table presence in their games, and obviously that's what this does. But yeah, that's all that comes in the box of Tapestry Plans and Ploys, the expansion to Tapestry. So remember, you have to buy the base game Tapestry to be able to then use the expansion. You can't play it by itself. Overall, quality is obviously amazing. You know, you don't expect anything less. As I say, you sort of come to, have started to be expected it from Stonemaier Games. But I'm looking forward to trying this. I really am. There's, as I say, a couple of extra factions in there which will be interesting, civilizations, new tapestry cards, some new space tiles are going to be good, and then I like this idea of the, what was it, the monument cards or something. So there's a few extra things in there that will be interesting, and I might even try it solo. We'll see. But anyway, you will be able to find out what I actually did think of it all once I finished trying it and playing it with friends in my review that's coming out this Saturday. So there'll be a link in the top right corner when it's ready that you can click on and yeah, see what I thought. In the meantime, once again, thanks very much to Stonemaier Games for giving me this review copy. It's really much appreciated, sending it all the way over from America, basically via, well, I think it's was it a German distributor? No, a UK distributor, Games Law, I believe it was. So really appreciate that. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks very much for watching, and please like, subscribe and comment below. As always, the subscriptions are going up, so please keep joining if you haven't subscribed yet. If you like those videos, and if you like this video, like it, obviously click the little thumbs up below. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about the game or about the video, and then check out the description for links to my Ko-fi and Patreon pages, as well as my blog. So on the blog you'll find the review, and my Ko-fi and Patreon are there if you do want to support me financially, if you can afford it. But that's all. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!